Today marks 1 year since 8 people were killed in a series of shootings targeting 3 Metro Atlanta spas. 6 of the victims were of Asian descent, making the crime especially traumatic for the Asian American community. A year later, many are still struggling to cope. Tracy M. McPeer spoke to a psychotherapist about why Asian Americans have typically been less likely to seek counseling and how this tragedy is changing that.
I've experienced massive amounts of grief from that incident, and I couldn't leave the house for 2 weeks.
Vina Kim Kane is an Asian American psychotherapist in Midtown Atlanta. She says the spa shootings 1 year ago affected her community on many levels.
It triggered sort of memories of a lifetime of survival in terms of microaggressions, racism, hypersexualization, fetishism.
When it comes to dealing with grief and trauma, many Asian Americans don't reach out to talk to a professional. One study shows that while Asian Americans are more likely to deal with a psychiatric disorder than whites, they are 3 times less likely to get help.
We're used to not speaking up and trying to blend in and trying to keep the status quo and not make any waves.
But Kim Kane says that changed for many after the spa shooting.
There's a huge wave of Asian Americans looking for mental health.
And she says the Asian American therapists she knows saw the biggest increase in Asian American clients.
Because there's an inherent understanding of what the experience is like without having to explain it.
Kim Kane says for Asian Americans, especially females, the shootings sadly validated what they have experienced for years.
That all these microaggressions and racism and hypersexualization portrayals and assumptions about us are violent and can turn into actual violence.
Now, 1 year later, Kim Kane says the healing has just begun.
The spa shootings really mobilized the Asian American community, and different groups came together in terms of support, and we all have become a community since then.
Kim Kane says one good thing to come out of this tragedy is that there are now many more resources available for mental health help for Asian Americans. For a list of those resources, just go to our website at 11alive.com.